Hi guys, sorry about that. There's always something to do. Always. Right, let's have a look. So what we're gonna do. Okay, so I just thought what we would do on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. Welcome to Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. We have two channels. We have Defending Elvis Presley, which is having a very exciting few days. Never a dull moment on Defending Elvis Presley, ever. So I got myself a cup of tea. I've got about half an hour to quickly do something before I walk the dogs. I've just had a mouthful of chicken. So I had a little bit of steak and a load of chicken. That's my dinner for today. No carbs so far, just meat. So Angie, are you hearing me okay? Now, I'm not expecting loads to join us here. Obviously, this channel's still growing. A lot of you will watch this later. So I do like to just dig around, find some old 70s, 80s type documentaries and just play them and then watch them together. Hi, Tonya. So can you hear me okay, guys? So I found this old documentary. I literally have never watched it. I only watched the first 30 seconds. It says December the 17th, 1980, Elvis Presley UK TV documentary. It says it's 48 minutes long, so we might only be able to play one half of it. Obviously, we are reviewing it, critiquing it, and we're just having some nostalgic fun with it. I'm not sure what the topic is other than it's set in the 80s. And that it's quite light-hearted. I think there are some bits in it, people wishing Elvis, thinking that Elvis is still alive. It's, you know, come on, guys, we always laugh at that, don't we? So I definitely think it's in the UK. Yes, UK. Now, does it say any more information about it? No, there's no description. It was posted. DM Mordecai is the name of the YouTube channel. It's had 3,300 views. So it's obviously going to be the quality of 1980. It says ITV presentation. Obviously, I grew up watching ITV as a kid in the 80s. So I would have been 12 or 13. I may have even watched this. So I actually have never watched it. So I don't know what's to come. So if there's anything in it that I don't like, I'll probably skip over it. So how many of you, let me just quick. So are any of you from the UK? We've only got Carolyn. Carolyn's listening at work. We've got Tonya and Angie. So let's just have a bit of fun with it. Karen, we're going to play an old 1980 documentary that I've never seen before. Obviously, it's Elvis related. Let's just play it, guys. So welcome to Defending Elvis Presley. Welcome to Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. Two channels. At the moment, we're on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. We do light-hearted topics here. And we do discuss the diet, the carnivore diet, the keto diet. We discuss our health. Okay, guys? So let's go. Let's press play and see what happens. So obviously I'm expecting the old 1980s.
BBC One now, a film documentary which attempts to explain the extraordinary following of the king of rock and roll whose fans still believe Elvis lives.
So, right, so his fans still believe Elvis lives. So it's going to be a funny one. Guys, can you hear it okay? Just so you know, I know Elvis does not live. He's not still alive. I know that. But come on, this is just a little bit of fun, yeah?
Las Vegas, August 1980. A tribute to the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, who died 3 years ago. In those 3 years, he's become a bigger industry than he was when he was alive.
Just go put the dog
He
out.
sold 500 million records in his lifetime,
Come on, you
and he sold nearly as many since.
No, you're going. Just being out. You're not going out again. Dog's been out 10 times, he ain't going out again. Yeah, got the leathers on. So, have any of you ever seen this before? Oh yeah, Karen, I see what you mean. Alive through his music. Ah, yes. I see what you mean, Karen. Thank you. Karen, have you seen this before? Yeah. Come on. Woo! Elvis Presley. I love the leather trousers.
Elvis Aaron. I'll be lonely. Oh, so lonely. Living only to remember you. I remember you. Rest in peace, Elvis. Mick and Val and Lisa. House of Elvis.
I
That's
remember
great, isn't it?
you.
I like that.
I didn't know. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure of that, but it does look good.
I've always loved Elvis. I'm mad on the man. I spend everything, every mortal money I even get on the man. He's the greatest thing ever walked earth, you know. Been to Memphis twice, but I've actually
Let's see if I
seen
can turn it up a little bit louder. Let's have a look.
Fantastic. You know, this house is beautiful. That's what I like.
Let's turn it up a bit louder, guys.
Bought him.
Okay.
You know, I'd love to have met him. I'd give anything. You know, I'd die for the man. I always said to all my friends, I would give my life away for 1 hour, you know, just to see Elvis. That's all I want, you know. I know it sounds daft to you, but that's how much I love the man. I think if I had a son, I would have named him Elvis Aaron. But I'm glad I...
So did you see that? He would give his life just to spend 1 hour with Elvis. How many fans feel that way? Leave it in the comments.
I had a little girl, Lisa, because Elvis, you know, had a little girl, and he named her Lisa Marie. And I named my little girl Lisa. I'm glad of that.
Let me be.
Oh, sweet.
I never ever forced.
See, that little girl reminds me of my daughter. My daughter's 8, Yasmin. She's like that. She likes Elvis.
To love Elvis. 'Cause it's like my mum trying to force me to like Gracie Fields. I think that's wrong. She's great. She loves Elvis.
Yeah.
To kind you, loving us.
Oh.
Wanna be your teddy bear. Gotta sing it a bit faster.
Oh, let him be your teddy bear. Yay! Come on, let's sing it, guys. Be your teddy bear. Now, guys, when I was a kid, that age, yeah, teddy bear was appealing because it was about a teddy bear. So when you're like 7 years old, Elvis is singing about a teddy bear. He just wants to be your teddy bear. So I would have loved it.
Haywood, ladies and gentlemen, give her a big hand.
Through Mick Haywood's dedication, the memory of Elvis lives on in Leicester. He's secretary of one of the most active branches of the official fan
Right, so we're in Leicester, yeah? Leicester's a long way from here. It's like 4 hours drive away, guys.
club. And on August the 16th, 1980, the 3rd anniversary of his death, he, his wife and other fans gather to remember their hero.
Well, I'm at a training camp near here, so my civilian clothes are at home, so I had to wear this, but I jumped at the chance of coming down to a fan club, especially on the 16th.
As soon as I come home from work, one goes to tapes, because of course we're doing more advanced now, and we've got a music centre.
See, me, I just have Elvis in the background all the time. All the time. Always, 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 always. Wake up, put Elvis on. Not always music. Documentaries, interviews, biographies, whatever's coming up. It's always on YouTube, Elvis.
Well, he sort of went hand in hand with Teddy, you know. I guess he's about 5 years old, I'd imagine, 5, 6.
Away we go.
That is how I dressed in the 70s when I was a kid. I had the rolled up jeans, the bright coloured socks. I had copy crepe, is that what they're called? Creepers, blue suede shoes, obviously the hair and a denim jacket. That was the look.
Everyone, from the first one to the last.
Oh, I've got badges underneath it. I got some badges when I arrived and put them on my braces because...
Guys, when you were kids, did you have the badges? I had the badges. If ever I could get an Elvis badge, I had one.
Because I couldn't. I got my rings on as well. So I keep something on all the time.
Don't like crazy.
I love it. Look away. Oh, this is so beautiful, isn't it, guys? No.
1977, the 16th on August 8th. The king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, passed away. Now the stage is bare, and we're
standing there.
The entire world is Memphis bound. And Graceland, the stories without end. Some would say.
And you can see they truly love Elvis. There is no faking here. Look at their eyes. These are what I call true Elvis fans.
The rest will never.
Guys, my claim to fame, I met Jerry and the Pacemakers in 1982 and I got all of their autographs. All of them. Jerry Marston, all of them. Jerry and the Pacemakers. Who sang this?
After he died, I just went berserk. I just went mad. And I always thought Elvis would come to England. I always remember that night he died. That was it. It just sort of made me feel...
Oh, sad, guys.
I had to own everything. I already owned everything anyway, but I just went mad. I used to go and buy 20 papers of the same paper, but magazine books, just so I could have them. Not to sell, no way. It's just that I wanted them because it was a part of him. It's just no way I can describe.
So do you guys remember being like that when you were kids and when you were teenagers, before you were teenagers? You just wanted anything that you could get that was Elvis related. So I always was out trying to buy the records, the magazines, the badges. I had some sort of neckerchiefs. Obviously I wanted to wear the rolled up jeans, the leather jacket, and just anything Elvis related. I was always looking for it in all the shops like W.H. Smith's, Woolworths. Always looking for anything Elvis.
I just love the man, you know. I've got a phone. I've got it, a little photograph Elvis on the front. And I've got it in blue because it's Elvis's favourite colour. And I got the number with the phone because it's 57810, because 57 was the year he made Jailhouse Rock, Loving You. And then his date of birth is the 8th, and then the 1st of the month. But I wanted a 35 at the end, but I couldn't get that. So they gave me an O instead, but it's near enough to Elvis. The things I've got a piece of Elvis's bed sheet he slept on at the Hilton in Las Vegas in 1970.
Wow, do we think that's actually real, guys? He slept on that in Las Vegas.
6. A card actually Elvis signed in 1958. He did it to a soldier. This is the proof, because it's 20 years old. This is the actual proof he signed it. That's the chap's name. That was his autograph. There.
Is that, guys? You know his autograph. Is that real? If you go back a step, You guys recognise his
Proof,
autographs?
it's 20 years old.
I'll pause it on the autograph.
This is actual proof he signed it. That's the chap's name. That was his autograph. There.
So is that his autograph, guys? Because some of you are pretty good on this, aren't you? It's such a shame how they paint him today when he did so much good. In my opinion, people are jealous because they wanted Elvis. They wanted what Elvis had. I agree that it's very unfair, Pat.
I like this, but this is this thing here. This I like this, but this is a decanter. You mix, plays like that, and it's 955. But there's only so many made for the world. The thing I don't like about it, it's filled with bourbon whiskey, and you take the head off and you hold the leg and pull it out. That's the thing I don't like, because there's one thing I don't want to do is take his head off, and I think that's really bad. You know, that's in bad taste.
Yeah.
We signed a contract in September of '77 to produce an Elvis decanter. In approximately January of '78, Elvis #1, this decanter right here, was...
So guys, are we back in America now? Because obviously that was UK. I'm sure this is America.
...was produced. It's company policy that we do not release the exact number we made. But each one of these is a limited edition, which a predetermined figure is set by our company prior to the start. And as we hit that figure, then as a limited edition, it ceases. And then there is no more. As we will do today, we will crush the mold on Elvis #3.
So, is that true? Is this really true? Did they crush the mold?
Gonna shoot it again? Yeah. How about that?
We will crush the mold, keep it limited edition, then go off and make another one.
Little bastard.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're more than welcome to pick up a souvenir of Elvis #3. This is truly his forever. Wow. This concludes this celebration. Thank you for coming.
I hate to see people have to pay more for merchandise than it's really worth in value. But as far as the commercialization, I think it's important, along with a lot of other things, because if the people want to buy it, the fans buy it, or otherwise it wouldn't be here. And they want a lot to do, and it helps keep Elvis's memory alive.
Commercialization of Elvis, of course.
Yeah, so we're in America now, aren't we, guys? I'm sure, yeah?
Was in existence long before his death. Fan clubs and vendors and Colonel Parker, you know, it's been a commercial thing for years. Elvis Presley has made a lot of people. After Elvis's death, of course, the commercial people, the big money people that were not fans, that really had no idea to how much money they could make off of Elvis Presley. Of course, they all come forward. And they're businessmen, and they run it in a business manner, and they're doing rather well.
It's a book entitled Even Elvis. I wrote it. It's about my relationship and my friendship with Elvis, which was centered more on praying and counseling.
Salvatore, is that you in 1980? Salvatore, is it you in 1980?
I got the idea of writing a message to Lisa from Elvis. And so I sat down, and it was really funny because it took me like 15 minutes. I sat down at the kitchen table. The kids were all around screaming and yelling. But I just sat there, and I don't know, it was like, you know, almost like somebody was saying the words for me, and I was just writing them down. So that's what impressed him the most. He says, I got to do it. It must be something God wants me to do.
Lisa, please don't cry. You know your daddy didn't die. I'm singing now for Jesus and the angels in the sky.
If Elvis could come back and talk to Lisa, that's just what we think he would say to her.
Oh,
Well, I had
that's
to
sweet.
leave, Lisa. I didn't want to go.
So obviously I don't know who sings this particular song, but it's obviously a dedication to Lisa, isn't it? I mean, like, imagining that Elvis is singing to Lisa.
Now, the shops across the street over here from Graceland, before Elvis's death, were just ordinary
One
shops
second,
like
guys.
any shopping center in your own hometown.
Hello?
After Elvis's death, most of them did convert over to Elvis Presley souvenir shops. Well, this man has been dead 3 years, and 5 to 10,000 people come here knowing that they're going to see Elvis's gravesite, and that's it, but that's good enough for them. This man touched lives in every part of the world.
So it's weird. It calls it a UK documentary in 1980, but it's actually in America.
The day you left, the world stood still. Somehow it seemed all wrong.
Since Elvis Presley's death, 3 million people are said to have visited his home, Graceland, near Memphis, Tennessee. It's the shrine for the dedicated Elvis fan, though only tourists are allowed to take their cameras in.
See, I like all this because it takes us back in time, almost like a time travel machine. We've all gone back to 1980. We're seeing the gates, I think, of Graceland. The way the fans looked in 1980, the sort of support Elvis got in 1980. I find this fascinating.
Hound dog and your blue suede shoes. Oh, how we loved you, Elvis. Now the whole world.
So am I right? They're allowed to walk up to the house and then you pay to get into the house on the tour? Because it does seem like they're all just walking up the driveway. Is that how it is now, guys?
Well, he was no saint, but, I mean, he had some, you know, special something.
We used to come up here and hang around the gates.
This is my 5th summer of coming.
Oh, the sixth time they come here.
And I just love his music.
He's the greatest and the best and everything. He's wonderful. I love him. It was fantastic.
I think he was a fine man.
Oh, there was no one like him, and there never will be anyone like him again.
Oh, the best. Never be another one.
He was an inspiration to everybody.
I'm going to try and make it a bit bigger.
We love him dearly.
And may you sing now in that chosen choir the way you said you do. Oh, how we loved you, Elvis. Now the whole world misses you.
My name is Cheryl Smith, and I would like to welcome you to the National Elvis Presley Fan Club's meeting.
Here in Memphis, 200 fan club presidents are discussing the exploitation of Elvis, how Graceland should...
So guys, so you guys are saying that before 1982 you could just walk up to the grave at any time, is that right? And then it changed to between 7:30 and 8:30 in the morning to walk up to the graves, yeah? But so now, if you go to Graceland now, are the gates shut and then you have to get entrance? Or are you still allowed to walk up to the house? Or do you have to wait at the entrance? That's the bit I'm interested in.
should be run, whether fans should be allowed inside the mansion.
We have assembled here tonight because everyone is fed up and angry and frustrated.
Is that Larry Geller? I didn't realise that's Larry Geller. Look how young he looks. Right, and you can see Billy Smith in the background. Seriously, guys, I have never watched this ever. It's my first time.
People get frustrated and angry. Many have believed the so-called best friends. And confidence, right? Uh-huh. And through all this, a cluttered and shallow image of Elvis, who we love, has emerged and has confused many people who really want to know the truth.
I want to ask Billy one question.
Okay, Billy.
Right, so Billy Smith's going to get asked a question. This is the first time for all of us, I think.
Okay, you knew Elvis better than most anyone else.
Well, I would say better, but I feel like I know him as well as anyone else.
All right. What is your honest opinion on Elvis's attitude to his fans going into the mansion?
My attitude was Elvis was a giving person. Believe me, he always talked about how beautiful his trophy room was. He took many people in there, every chance he got, because he was proud of it. You know why he was proud of it? Y'all gave it to him.
All right, other than the
Y'all gave it to him. Now it's a chance for him to share it back with you. Let you know how big you really made him. Until you see it, you really don't know. You hear stories, but when you walk through it, you hit reality.
His fans.
Oh, I love that. Billy Smith. Well done. Billy Smith. Well done. I like Larry Geller. Larry Geller actually replied. I messaged Larry Geller and he actually did reply to my message.
You, the ones that love him, loved him better than some of the people that were privileged to be around him. And that's how I feel.
I don't know a fan in the world is a true Elvis fan would not love to dig in their pocket as they went through that gate and put money in it. I have
Go
spent
Elvis fans.
about close to $400 this week in Memphis. I would be more happy to put half of that into Lisa Marie's home to keep it for her until she's old enough to do what she wants to do.
Ah, Joanne, you're watching. Hi, Joanne. Thanks for your comment, Joanne. And Clara and Lucy. Hi.
Let's not let them sell Graceland and turn it into a commercial place. That's Lisa's home. Let's keep.
God, do you know what? When I've done my research, they were never going to sell it. It was always going to be Memphis City were maybe going to buy it. But they weren't going to like flog it off and break it up. They were just going to keep it as a living memorial to Elvis and obviously Gladys and Vernon. So this whole thing that it was all going to get broken up, nah, it's not true. Memphis City had serious plans of opening it as a living museum and developing the whole area. But then Priscilla jumped in with Jack Sodden. We know about Morgan Maxfield, and then things changed.
Keep it for Lisa.
Thank you. I'm sure that people in this audience get flack from their friends who wonder why you're so dedicated to Elvis.
So look, this chart, you can see Charlie Hodge there. I'm not sure who the guy sat next to Charlie Hodges. You can see Joe, Billy's wife. So who is the big guy with the beard? The big guy with the beard. Does anyone recognise who that is?
And that's ridiculous.
But guys, I've only got 5 minutes left. We're going to come back and do a part 2 of this. There's a whole show to do part 2. We'll keep going for 5 more minutes, guys. Salvatore, I think you're right. Yes, Dick Grove. It is him. It is him.
On our roster, we have over 1,200 lookalikes, of which 800 are Elvis Presley impersonators. Any lookalikes that come and see us, especially the Elvis Presley lookalikes.
Ron Smith. Ron Smith. Does anyone know that name?
Number one, look like Elvis Presley. And in the Elvis Presley instance, they must sing and have a backup band that is good.
Let me hear a couple bars of how you do as far as Elvis is concerned.
Okay.
Here
so
we go.
We can do Fever a cappella if you want, so we don't need the guitar, okay? Never know how much I love you.
Yeah.
Never know how much I care.
It is Salvatore.
When you put your arms around me,
Wow.
I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me the fever.
Really good.
Okay, if you were chosen to fly to Europe or to
Really
go to London
good.
or Paris on one of these many jobs that we have come through our offices, are you free to go?
Depends if they give me enough time. It depends if they give me enough time.
That's good. Time's important and not money. That's very good. How tall are you?
5'8.5".
Okay, and you weigh how much?
163.
Okay, we here in Hollywood we do get a lot of charity affairs that come by our way, like the Jerry Lewis Telethon, muscular dystrophy. We do things for Easter seals. A lot of times we'll do things even in London and Paris, Japan. A lot of times they're with pay. Sometimes they're not with pay. Are you interested in doing some charitable work?
Sounds good.
Most of the Elvis Presley lookalikes that come and see us already have been through school and sing quite well. The ones that don't sing very well, I will recommend a school and they will take lessons.
But even though you hurt me like nobody else could ever do, I will never, ever hurt.
Love the song. What do you reckon, guys? He's very passionate. He's very passionate.
Of all the Elvis Presley lookalikes that we have, and even the
Fair
other
play
lookalikes
to
that we
him.
have on our roster, none of them have had plastic surgery. But the only thing we've ever done with our lookalikes, including Jimmy Carter, or of the 15 or 20 Elvis Presley lookalikes that we've interviewed, none of them had anything done to them except maybe darkening their hair and learning how to sing and buying an outfit. The audience reaction to an Elvis Presley lookalike is they can't believe it when they see these people performing. Your name is,
My name is Charles Casey.
Okay, Charles, how did you hear about us?
I heard about you through the advertising in the newspaper and what's going on right now about Elvis Presley, the impersonation and all that. And
But guys, really, I'm just with the dogs. We'll have a walk. We'll have a chat on the phone. And then I want to come back and do part 2 of this. So that is my plan. So everyone okay with that? Okay, I'll see you in 5 minutes on the dog walk. Okay, guys? Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, usual stuff. And I'll be back. So I tell you what, no lies, right? I loved it. Did you guys enjoy that? Seriously. That was fun, wasn't it? That was fun. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting. We just watched something that I think most of us have never seen. 100%, I've never seen that before, ever. I'm so pleased I found it. It's like, not only does it transport us back to the UK in 1980, but also America. So it's best of both worlds, guys. We see from the British point of view, me, from the American point of view, half of you guys. And wow, what a real treat. That was a real treat. We have a bit of music, lots of interviews. We get to see Graceland, the gates of Graceland, and some tribute acts. I just thought, wow, what a really, really good little documentary, a real find, a real gem. So I'm so pleased that we sat together and watched that. It was just so entertaining. I loved it. So thanks for being with me when we watched that, guys. Okay, I'll see you soon.